37 years ago, I said yes, and it changed my life. And so I want to take the next few minutes to just talk to you about my story. Um, when I'm taking you back a few years, 21, in college, working as a bellboy at the Marriott Hotel. And I have a friend that introduced me to this new business concept that as he was attempting to explain it to me, I lost interest fairly quickly and just kind of blew him off and said, "No, it's not for me." And a few days later, he persisted and asked again if I wouldn't put my eyes on it and just consider it. And a second time, I said no, and that's where my story begins. I think my story begins with a term I like to call polite persistence. And ever since then, I've learned to not give up on people because it's so important to put your eyes on something so you can make an informed decision. And that's what I learned 37 years ago. And so the third time he said the right thing. And sometimes that makes a difference when you say the right thing. But he said, he cherished our friendship. He respected my opinion on things and basically said, "Mark, I don't care if you call it friendship dues. I'm just asking you to put your eyes on this. Consider the possibilities, but most importantly, make an informed decision. Just make sure that it's not something that you're interested in." And I told him I was sure I would not be interested in it. But nonetheless, I opted to do the reasonable thing, and that is pay friendship dues and put my eyes on an opportunity. And now, again, was 37 years ago. And so I went to a meeting and I sat in the back of the room and just figured I would, get through it in the next hour. And I found myself leaning in, and there was some magic moments for me that really struck hard. And that is that in life I was chasing freedom. There's a reason in my youth. I excelled at sports, and my parents, who had just regular full time jobs, just could not attend any of those events. Sometimes in life, as a parent, we want to attend our kids' events. We just don't always have the opportunity because of work restrictions or whatever restrictions, and because of that, it left kind of left a sour note in my history of the importance of showing up for your kids. And so I kind of had a life plan that when I grew up, I was going to I was going to do something, start a company, be my own boss, do something where I can control my time. But I was really chasing freedom. That was the buzzword for me: freedom, freedom, freedom. And so imagine I'm sitting there and I hear the presenter talk about a business that has potential to create leverage in your life and have unbelievable freedom. And I'll never forget when he said, "How would you like to make money 24 hours in your day?" I didn't know that what he was referring to. How do you make money 24 hours in your day? You go to sleep. And so I learned a little bit about leverage. I learned a little bit about how you can make money work for you and what have you. But what he was referring to is that when you go to sleep here in America, someone else is waking up in another part of the world, whether it be Singapore, Hong Kong, Australia, Europe, anywhere. And as you go to sleep, somebody over there is waking up. And if you bring them into your team or your network in this business, you have the ability to make money 24 hours in your day. Now, I thought that was fascinating. And I thought I would really like to explore that a little bit more. And so there was just some things that I opened up, and I was introduced to an amazing product way back when, and basically was taught that if I could go out and get excited about the product, become my very own best customer, and be willing to share that concept and that product, that I could create a team, a network, and I could chase my dreams and potentially have that become a reality for me. This is a lot of hope back then. But the more I did a deep dive, the more I studied it, the more I found that little intuition, that little, I would say, excitement. Didn't know if I could do it for sure, but there was enough evidence around me, because I have the opinion if one person can do it, so can another, and it can always be done better. That's my thought process. So I basically met with a couple of the individuals. They went through the process, how to get started in this new business, and I said yes 37 years ago, and it changed my life. So today I'm going to share with you why I'm even more excited today than I was back then, because I know what opportunity looks like. I know what a great opportunity looks like, and so real quickly, I'm going to introduce you to a brand new, well, not brand new, but 2 years old. In the world of business, that's brand new. It hasn't even really taken flight. But what it has done is it's established a track record of permanency, whether the company is going to be permanent and make it, for the long haul. And that's what I want to talk to you about today, because yes. So the first thing when you're looking at a networking company, okay, the first thing, there are five things that you're going to look at. Five things. One is you're going to look at leadership. Leadership is the most important. You can have the greatest products in the world. If you do not have good leadership that understands how to take a market to the marketplace, and how to move business, and how to manage a business, and how to you know, uh, manage the ebbs and the flows of all the elements of shipping and paying, and commissions and just everything. You want to make sure that you make that choice. To me, it's the most important choice, because if you have a good manager, they're going to know all the other steps to make a company work. Well, we have that person. I am, I had to do a lot of research on this individual. His name is Daniel Piku. Daniel Piku is as good as anyone I've ever seen in this space that is a business savant. He understands business at such a high level, has an incredible track record, and just has a passion to make a difference in people's lives. And when you've got that level of leadership, and he just understands this industry as well as anybody you'll ever know, and so he'll know how to pivot and adjust when needs be with the craziness of the world. And I'm just excited to partner up with him. I've known him now for, I think, 11 years, and it's one of those boxes that you have to check, and I can tell you that we can check that box. We have amazing leadership. Two, you got products. Products is really important. It's almost as important as the leadership part. And I'll tell you what, we've checked that box, and I would say, I'll be as bold to say that there's never been a product formulation or a series of products that has more credibility than this product right here. Our products are designed for various purposes, with making sure that you can feel your best, and they are natural, holistic. I like to use the term Mother Nature's pharmacy. You're going to get the very best of the best. And I'll tell you what, after just 2 years, the stories, the documentation of what these products are made of. Real quickly, the what really sets it apart is you're going to have to do a deep dive on who Dr. Dan is. Dr. Dan spent most his first part of his life in big pharma, adjusted over after he realized that it wasn't as exciting to be part of reactive medicine, trying to fix somebody after they're sick. He just felt like, we can do so much better. We shouldn't be getting as sick as we are getting today. And so he did a complete paradigm shift, went into reactive medicine, and his line of products are I don't think there's any better products in the world. And I've been in the space for 37 years. And then you're going to look at timing. Well, the most important thing is guys like me, typically, and guys that have made millions of dollars in this space, we typically don't want to look at anything too early, because a lot of things just don't make it past the 2 years. And so a lot of guys will wait and just kind of weather the storm, see if the company can weather the storm, and they'll make that decision, at that, first, second, third year, and decide to opt in to get involved in kind of a ground floor stage. And right here, we're 2 years old. So we're infant, but I would say that we're permanent. We have passed the test. We are having incredible sales all over the world. We're currently doing business in 13 different countries, and people are just absolutely they're just excited about where this company is going to go. I would say that we're on track to, in the next few years, hit $1 billion. When you can do that, you're doing some pretty remarkable things. Then it's this is, obviously all of them are important because we want to get paid. How are you going to get paid? And This has always been exciting to me, and it incorporates leverage as you go out and build a team. Every time, the way I look at this business, it's a lot like it's a direct shipment to your door, kind of like Amazon, but there's a referral element that pays an infinite level in depth, and so you can really create an incredible amount of leverage, and in doing so, you can create wealth. And so the pay plan is as good as anything I've ever seen. It's a hybrid. It's new. It's exciting. And we have people making any as low as $50,000, or I'm sorry, $50 a week, all the way as high to $50,000 a week already in just 2 years. And we're just getting started, you guys, just getting started. Then last, you got to have a system in place to make sure that as you come in, you're new, that you get the proper training. You get put into a system that is duplicatable and that is easy to understand to allow you to launch your business. I can tell you that success loves speed. We're going to show you how to run. You can go at your pace, but we can show you how to get this thing started at a very, very quick pace, and how you'll have all the support that you could ever want. So with that, guys, I'm excited for my to put my name, image, and likeness on this company called Three. I am very excited about where we're going. More importantly, I'm excited about you. Just, all I'm inviting you is to take a first look at what it is we're doing, and just consider the possibilities. One of the things that I always say in closing is, what are you doing so great in your life right now that you can't take a chance on your future to do a business like this that has potential to change your life forever? And that's the importance of making a decision to just be open-minded to take a look. I am so grateful that my friend did not give up on me 37 years ago, that I put my eyes on it. I considered the possibilities and I said yes, and it changed my life. And I believe, Three, if you will take a look, I believe it can change your life as well. Thank you, everybody, and God bless.